You make my knees weak. Just kidding. Yesterday was blank.
Leg day?
Very good.
Yeah.
If you had 10 minutes and one dumbbell, what are you doing with it?
I like this one. Okay.
Bald eagle.
I can swear if I want to.
Good one.
And let's nail the basics down first, because I don't want to give you this supplement if you're not doing this other stuff first.
Yeah.
What up now?
All right. Welcome to everybody. Welcome everybody to
Yes.
the Pitch Podcast. First of all, thanks for all the support for the show. We're just assuming people are supporting the show, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably a bazillion of you by now. Look out, Joe Rogan, we're coming for you. But if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to go ahead and subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, so that you don't miss any episodes. So today, Kathy, why don't you introduce our guests?
Okay. So Laura Lee, so happy to have you here today.
Yes.
She is a competitive bodybuilder, mom of 4. She owns her own fitness company called Levvel Fitness.
Level up with Levvel. Yes.
That's right. Level up.
And she's an authentic voice in a filtered fitness world.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks.
And she's also my wife's best friend.
I am.
Yeah.
Gotta love me some Andy.
Yes.
Yes, like backup mom to my children and everything.
You're
the
a best
best.
friend-in-law.
Yeah, best friend.
There we
I guess
go.
that's what it means.
Ayo.
Yeah. So we tricked Laura Lee into being on the
Yeah, I
Pitch
didn't know I was
Podcast.
doing this.
Yeah, we kind of got ambushed her. We're like, hey, if you come here, we're gonna have Diet Coke
And
no.
Bodybuilding.
Yes, we're gonna be doing some bodybuilding. We got protein powder. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it, guys. I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Right. So, okay, Laura Lee, what we do here on The Pitch is this is a health podcast. I don't know if we told you that, but we have people that are interested in pretty much all things like healthcare, right? And so we want to kind of highlight you and get your perspective on health and wellness, because we think that what you do is a little bit unique. You know, we live in a time of influencers and highly curated, messages that people get to send out there. And what we like about you is that, like, you're so authentic and your message to people is a little bit different. So, so tell us, like, how did you get into like fitness?
Okay, this is a really good story. So if you knew me growing up, I was a Pixie Sticks girl. Like, I love Pixie Stick, anything sugar. That was my main objective.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was great. So I bet you people who I grew up with are really like confused of what's going on with me now.
Let's do a different podcast about sugar and snacks, because I like
Next
that.
one.
Yeah.
Can I be invited to that one too?
Yes, stay tuned.
So
First guest.
I had my kid, my first one, Addie. How many years ago? She's 18 now.
Holy smokes.
Wild.
Okay.
So after I had her, I was told I would lose all the baby weight nursing. It didn't happen. Didn't happen at all.
I didn't lose any weight with any of the kids.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So I decided
I should have nursed harder.
Yep.
we didn't do it right,
You definitely
supposedly.
didn't do it right.
Okay.
I guess I didn't either.
Yeah, shoot.
So I decided I started actually with step aerobics in my living room. Yep, I started with step aerobics. I just wanted to lose the weight. I remember coming home once, telling my husband I ran a mile, so proud of myself, and he didn't. It was more of weak sauce. That's my warm up, and I was like,
Whoa.
I was like, oh, that's so sad. Ouch. But and then
Where's his body buried?
I'll tell you after the show. Just promise me some protein. No, but I just started to kind of go to the gym. He kind of told me what to do, and I kind of liked seeing what the results and what I could do with it. So then I started taking it kind of small steps at a time. I liked, I remember there was an only women's section in the gym. So I would go to this only women's section. I don't even think we had pink dumbbells, but
I hear that that's a great place to meet women.
Yeah. If you're in the market.
Okay.
it's a great place.
Okay.
But no, I just started lifting and trying to lose the baby weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that, and this is we do healthcare news here on the Pitch Podcast. So the news is that step aerobics does not make you lose weight.
Well, it's the cardio, so you will lose it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
It's the gateway.
Right.
It's the only thing I knew, something I could have, because back then,
Yeah.
Then we didn't have like influencers or anything.
Right,
So
right.
I only knew like my
Right.
sister-in-law told me she did step aerobics. So I was like, if
Okay.
you did it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So
you have
that
to get
or
your information from a magazine.
you
back
do.
then.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I
Yeah.
did. Like
You
Yeah.
did.
Mhm.
what were those magazines?
Yeah, like
People.
I was reading a lot of Men's Health.
yeah, it was Women's
Yeah,
Health. So
Women's
I probably
Health,
wasn't
yeah.
reading Men's Health.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, and but that's and that's the thing is I think everybody starts like with a story like yours with really good intentions, and a lot of times the intentions are way ahead of the information.
Yeah.
Right. It's like they want to, they have the desire, they have a problem they're trying to overcome,
Yeah.
but they just don't have the right information to match up with the motivation.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
And then today we have an environment where you still have that because it's really easy to get the wrong information or just like,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And it was back then when I was doing macros, like you have those apps now.
Mhm.
I wrote them out by hand.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
did everything by hand. I'm on like notebook paper. So
Paper?
paper, pen and
Wow.
paper. I had a notebook with all of like my meals on it.
Oh, wow.
And I tracked it that way. So now it's like scan it and move on. Like this
Yeah.
is like, it's way easier.
Can I pump the brakes for a second?
Yeah, pump
Can you
them.
just explain what a macro is?
Oh,
Some people.
Mhm.
A
Oh, that's
people
good.
might know.
macronutrient.
Good
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's how calories are broken down. So you have your protein, carbs, and fat. So protein is a hot word right now. Everyone
Mhm.
can't get enough.
Yep.
It's kind of a little too much right
Yeah.
now. I feel like
Okay.
Trendy.
this has 50 grams of protein in it. I'm like, what are we going for?
Right.
But
Yeah.
no, it's
Good.
the macronutrients of
Cool.
your calorie intake for the day. Or
Okay. And so where do you land on this whole calorie in, calorie out thing?
wait, what do you mean? Because I can land a couple different
Yeah,
places.
Where do we?
Overblown. Okay,
Do you
so-
have it a couple hours?
All right.
I
So
know. To lose weight?
part of my background
Yeah.
is I have a degree in nutrition.
I did
right?
know this.
And they didn't though. So
No.
I'm just
Are you
Anyway.
flexing?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So but there's so much like it's just as easy to find somebody who says that it is all calories in,
Yeah.
calories out as it is to find somebody who says calories don't matter.
Oh.
know?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
Eat as much steak as you want.
yeah, eat as much
Oh.
steak as you can,
Oh.
right?
That'd be nice.
Or you have people that are like carnivore. We just want to do carnivore diet, or you got to be a vegan, or like I've got a friend who found out that he was a type 2 diabetic,
Mhm.
and so his doctor, when he got this diagnosis, his doctor told him, "Okay, what you need to do is you need to become a vegan."
Mm.
Yeah, which I was like,
Goodbye
seriously?
Mm.
Which is, if you're a type 2 diabetic, especially a newly diagnosed one, I just want to let you know that's a terrible recommendation
Not a good idea.
because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a vegan
No.
if you're a type 2 diabetic, but it isn't going to get you across the finish line. It's not
Right.
going to accomplish your goal because being a vegan doesn't do anything to regulate your blood sugar, right?
Yes.
So I guess when I'm saying like, where do you fall on the whole calories in, calories out? Like, you've helped a lot of people like get in shape. You've done this yourself. Are calories important? Do you need to count them? Do you need to know like what they're made up of, where they're coming, where they're going, those kinds of things?
Well, knowledge is power, right? So I
Mhm.
feel like you do need to know what you're eating, what you're consuming. I am a believer in calories in, calories out.
Mhm.
How you want
So
to,
you're saying you believe in science?
just a little bit,
Oh,
just a little
okay.
bit. Because if you don't, like, you can. I even have it to where clients will do really good for the week, and the weekend they
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
out, and
Mhm.
they're like, "Why am I not seeing progress?" I'm like, "Okay, well, let's see. Let's take it back here." But no, I'm a big believer in calories in, calories out. But how that works for you specifically, I let the client guide. So if they want to do more carbs, if that works for them, let's go that way. If they want to do a higher fat, I let them lead in how their body is responding to it.
Ooh, and I like that because like the climate today is carbs are the enemy.
Yeah.
If you're
Carbs
eating,
are-
if you're eating carbs, you're getting fat.
Yeah. No.
I eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love carbs.
Okay, good.
And if you want to build muscle, you got to eat. Like
You
you
have
can't
to.
you
Yes.
can't build out of nothing.
Right.
Like you need some substance.
Yep.
Absolutely. So is that surprising to people when like they're coming to you for help and you're like, well, because I know like you've worked with my son
Mhm.
in terms of trying to help him get his fitness right, right? Instead of fitness food into his, I cannot not make that pun whenever I say the word fitness.
Fitness.
Yeah, I'm fitness sandwich into my mouth, right?
You do fitness.
So yeah, that's not a dig on my son. It is my failure as a man to not make a certain dad joke every time I hear the word fitness.
That is what you need to be
This
doing.
way I'm fitting this joke into the show again.
Every conversation.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
but I think he was pretty shocked whenever you were like, okay, so what do you like to eat? Like, what kind of stuff do you want? He was like, like, isn't she just supposed to tell me what I'm supposed to eat? So, like, how does that work? How do you have that conversation with people? Because you can't just eat whatever, right? But like, how do you have that conversation with people and help steer them towards a way that's going to be effective for them?
So I don't want to go balls to the walls. Every time I have a client that's like, I will do whatever it takes, they run out of motivation. So I like to see what they're already doing and make small tweaks and small modifications so that they can keep going. And I don't want them to think that food is the enemy, because it's actually not. They need the fuel. They need it to progress and to move forward. And also, one of my big things that I have for check-ins is, are you feeling deprived? Because if you're feeling deprived, you're going to hate your life. Like, no one wants to do that.
Nobody.
No. So if you want to fit some chocolate in there, if you want to have a peanut butter and jelly, let's figure out how you can consume that, love your life, and then still just make progress with it. So mac and cheese is a big one. You want mac and cheese? Goodles makes a great one. I think that's how you say it.
Okay. Well, and I just wanted to point out that I did not say fitness chocolate into my...
You said sandwich.
But you just did.
But yeah, when you said fit chocolate, I did not make the joke. I just wanted to give myself a point for that. We're going to play a game later, and I'm giving myself a point.
Okay.
Sweet.
Ding.
If I can get points.
Yeah, I hope you do too, because it's a fun game. This is a good one. Did you see? I haven't showed you the game yet.
No.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Stick around for the game, y'all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise for all of us.
So your focus whenever you're working with people, it's mainly like women that you like working with, right? So why? Like, what do you have against men? Why do you hate men? Yeah, that's the question.
Men.
Why do you hate men?
They're just the worst.
No. So what made you decide that this is where you wanted to focus?
It's my background. I'm a mom of four kids. A lot of moms make sacrifices for their families, for their children, for their household, for their pets, for anything, for family, friends. But they also need to be taken care of too. Like, you cannot, what is that saying in the airline? Like, you have to put your face mask on first before you can help other people. Like, I want to show up for my kids. I can't show up if I'm not healthy.
That's right.
If I can't move, if I'm not going to live longer. So I want to help women empower themselves and also be an example for their kids. Because just because you're a mom doesn't mean you don't matter anymore. You matter.
Yep.
So take care of yourself and be an example to your kids. Or whoever's around you. Even your dogs.
Be an example to your dog. Write that down.
I don't hate men.
Yeah. Okay. Of course you don't.
Let's just throw that in there.
How do you balance all of that?
Dude, it's not about, you should see my house right now. It's a lot, but I think you have to find what works for you, and what works for me is not going to work for everyone. So right now, like, for nutrition, I buy pre-made chicken. I buy pre-made, like, it's just how it's going to be right now. Yeah. For my kids to eat protein, I have them tell me what they like, and then I buy what they want. And fitness, oh my gosh, I used to get up early, and now I just,
I know. Before we started, you were talking about like, hey, y'all, I sleep in now.
Is it great?
You sleep in till 6?
Sometimes 6:30, guys.
Oh
Today was
gosh.
6:30.
Yeah.
Lazy. We're lucky. We're lucky we even got you here. Right?
Yeah.
That was bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So do you work out in the mornings then?
I work out, it depends when I have clients. So I make sure I'll take a couple clients in the morning, and then I make sure I can fit my own workout in too. I would take all of the clients because I actually enjoy that more. I like being with the person and making, because I can make someone else work out all day.
Yeah.
So bust a myth for us.
What's a myth?
Working out in the morning without food is the best time to work out.
No.
That's what I thought.
No. It's whatever works for you. If you're like, mic drop, let's go. You pass. No burpees for you.
Right. Well, and I think that with that, there's, there's people that are trying to like biohack their way into like just the perfect body and everything. And it's kind of funny Okay, sometimes I'm just gonna like backtrack a little bit. Sometimes I get people who come in and they're like, "Hey, I heard that you're the chiropractor for the Oregon State Beavers, and so, man, if like you're good enough to take care of those high level athletes, and you're good enough to take care of me," and it's like, um, "Sir, you're in terrible shape, and you've got 9 kinds of diabetes. You're 400 pounds overweight. You're smoking as I'm talking to you. It's like you're not in great shape." But like somebody like that, they want a biohack. Like,
Yes.
oh well,
Don't we all?
Yes.
I'm lifting weights while I'm fasting because it's like
Yes.
no. You
Yeah.
probably need to go back to
The basics.
square one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Which
absolutely.
is like, let's get you eating a vegetable, or
Something of a color than brown.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. Or how about if you take a walk every day?
Yep.
Do you find that a lot with people that you work with? Is that like they're trying to start at step 16
Yep.
instead of step 1?
Yep.
Okay.
And they're always surprised when I take them back. And I'm like, okay, I know you want to go here and I love that for you, but let's take a couple steps back and let's nail the basics down first, because it's the most bang for your buck. I don't want to give you this supplement if you're not doing this other stuff first that will actually give you more results. That actually kind of suck. Like, it's not very fun to watch what you're eating.
Right.
But, it'd be awesome to take some creatine and be like,
yeah,
what up now?
Yeah, exactly. I love me some creatine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to give something away for you here. Okay, so if somebody's listening, they're like, "Oh man, like what kind of advice would she give?" Pretend like you have like your average person, and they come to you with the average problem. Like, what are you telling them that they need to do first?
Oh, this is easy. Protein is the first thing.
Okay.
First, how much protein are you taking in?
Okay.
If you don't know, let's start tracking it. Let's just start guessing.
Let's say that I'm taking 4 protein.
4 grams of protein?
Yeah.
Oh. Just 4.
Kids, this is why units are important, right? No, well, okay, so let's say that like I'm somebody who, I'm getting maybe 30 grams of protein a day.
So I don't actually want to jump you up until the goal amount, because that's going to feel awful. Like you're going to probably feel like a brick is in your gut. I would say let's actually start building up towards that. Let's do a small let's maybe get protein 2 times in a day.
Okay.
Or maybe easier things like a Fairlife or something that's easier for them to handle.
I love how you're dropping all these potential sponsors for the show. Are you listening, Fairlife?
Contact.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So and that's what you're talking about in terms of you like to take and make small changes along the way.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. And something with like the massive, like, you were like, you need to get X amount of protein, which I think it's fine. And there's formulas for it. And I think they're fine. I think that there's a lot of people that don't get enough protein, but the timing of the protein is important because your body can only handle so much protein at once. There's no agreement on it, but it's probably not much more than like 30 to 40 grams of protein in one sitting. Like your body just can't do anything with the rest of it. And so, like, you got to spread it out over the day, right? And so those kinds of conversations are important too, right?
Yep. Especially right now with protein being that hot word.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, I see a recipe, I'm like, 50 grams of protein. I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Like, think yourself, like, you're doing more work. Like, split it up. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then people, like, they want to, like, oh, well, that's not a good source of, that's not a complete protein. But for the most part, it's like, just start at square one.
Exactly.
And then
just start.
When you see that square one isn't working, then like you can add some other things in, but like get the basics done first. Cool. I like it. So can you tell us how you went from just wanting to be a good in shape mom to like, how'd you get to the bodybuilding?
Right? Because that's kind of a big jump there.
Right.
Like I want to get into shape, I want to lose, now I want to be a bodybuilder. Yeah. So the magazines, because they had the fitness people in there. So I started following, can't remember her name, Jamie Eason or something. And I was like, what does she do? She looks amazing. And then I'm a competitive person. I was raised with 4 brothers. I did not want to be treated like a girl. I wanted to be wrestling out with them. So I just wanted to see what I could do. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah. But I just saw those people and I loved the muscle they had. And I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Tell us about your first time.
Oh, gosh. Okay. The first time it was during training for my husband. So I couldn't afford a coach. I decided I was just going to coach myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a bad idea because you're in your head and you're like, this person's, it's like the whole thing. Like
LeBron James coaches himself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a LeBron James.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like there's so much information out there because one person like carb loads and one person doesn't, and they deplete water and which way is first. So I was going crazy trying to figure out the best way to do it. But I just started coaching myself and just trying to figure it out. Went some posing lessons. It was a lot. I was in my head a lot. So I did 2 shows like that.
On your own.
Yes.
Was it fun? It
Yeah,
sounds
I had a lot
it
of fun.
sounds like a lot of work.
It
Like,
was a lot of work. But
Yeah.
one show that was really cool, it had a mom category.
Oh,
So
sure.
yes, so one of the categories, like, so we had like open and they have heights, and then one was like just moms went out there. So we all were like from the same background. We all had stretch marks. We all like complained about our kids and like, and then loved on our kids backstage. But it was
Sure,
really
yeah.
cool to be with like other
a mom
moms.
comes out there in a bikini and
With
she's
her-
got a kid on the hip. Yeah.
Pose down.
Yeah. Get your hands off the brother.
I see you back there.
Oh my gosh. That's her pose.
Yeah.
Yes. Know what you're doing.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And so so is it still something that you enjoy? I mean, you had fun that first one. It was eye-opening and
Yeah.
everything. And like, has it always been fun?
No,
or-
it's not fun.
Okay,
Cutting, I
all
hate
right.
cutting. Like
Okay.
it's not great. Like
Uh-huh.
I join everyone else when I have a client that's not having a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Like join the rest of us. It's not super
Mhm.
pleasant. I'm not gonna lie. But I've been doing it for a long time because I took a big break, had another kid,
Mhm.
and then one of our businesses was born. But then we decided to go back to competing, and then I
Okay.
hired a coach. So it was their problem to like worry about me, and I just followed
Yes.
directions. So that was
Yes,
awesome.
That's always the best.
Yeah, so he could worry for me, tell me what to do,
Okay.
and then yeah,
And that
it-
makes life a little easier.
It does.
When you can rely on somebody else.
yeah, it's their brain, it's not mine.
Telling you what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Because you got 5 people you got to tell what to do.
yeah,
So
I'm really good at telling people what to do.
hmm
it's hard to follow your own advice.
Yeah. Well, you get
Mm.
you just get so caught up in it, and then you start seeing other people, and
Yeah.
like you start compare. Like that's just the worst is when you compare. You're like, well, that person's there. Where am I? And
Mhm.
Well, and the whole thing is to stand there and be judged, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yes,
that's
I'm-
a piece of the sport is we're going
Mhm.
to tell you whether your body's good or not.
Right.
We
That's
don't
when-
care how
yeah.
hard you worked.
when someone's like, how do you stick with it? I'm like, well, if you're going to stand in a bikini on stage, I think you would stick with it
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah. How do you deal with the criticism?
I know what they're going to say because like
Okay.
I know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know what I'm signing up for.
Okay.
So I know what they tell me each time. It's
Yeah.
the same thing for years that
Okay. let's get weird though.
Okay.
okay.
Like, what's the part where you're like, when they see this, they're going to be like, oh my gosh. Like, what's your part like that where you're like, for me, it's like,
Look at those biceps.
yeah, thank you, Kathy.
What
Thank
is
you. Yeah.
mine?
She said it like I put these up.
Oh.
Look at those biceps. I hear that all
See?
the time. Right. Look at
Yeah.
those. Like,
My quads. I'm
Your
like,
quads.
I've actually been told
Uh-huh.
to streamline my quads. So I have to pose different. So
okay.
actually, it's actually
you got to streamline the quads.
Yeah.
I'm telling people this all the time.
calm it down.
Streamline your quads.
Yeah.
Tell them the
Take
opposite.
it down, bro.
Yeah.
Flare them up.
Flare 'em up. No, I actually got docked because they were so out. Like they were, so I have to
Really?
point my toes a little bit more in so that, or twist my knees in.
They hold up like a red card. They say, her quads are too good.
You,
That's
yep.
a crime.
They're too
Big
good.
quads.
Yeah. They're
Big
intimidating.
They're
People are
overtaking.
crying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then sometimes my hamstrings will be too lean. Like it's weird, so you have to pose a little different that
Okay,
day. So you have to
they can
Crazy.
see it.
because
Wow.
if one part takes over, you're supposed to
Yeah.
like look up
Yeah.
on a bikini competitor on stage and not have one spot stick out
Right.
a lot. So
Nothing should be too exciting.
No.
exactly, no, that's exactly it. No, like it is. That's what they say. They're like, if they can point out one thing and say she has like awesome this,
Yeah,
then
I'm excited about her quads.
yeah,
So
they're like,
you just need mediocre quads.
you just need mediocre quads. You just need big glutes.
I'm
That's
learning.
kind of where we
I'm
are.
learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a booty.
You need a bootay.
Sign me
A
up.
giot. I'm canceled
I got
all of a
one.
sudden.
No.
I can feel it.
No, but it's like, so you can't be like, your quads aren't like your blue steel. You know what I mean by
I
that?
wish.
yeah.
Like Zoolander,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's like,
Mhm.
you whip out the look whoosh, like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh man, I feel like I'm really behind in this competition. Well, watch this, and you like
Yeah,
get
you
the
can't do
tearaway
that.
pants. What? No?
Check it out. Nope, I
Okay.
wish. That'd be awesome.
Wow. Okay. I would have thought that maybe because then otherwise you'd have somebody who's just like, I'm just working on my quads the whole time,
that's all I'm
and I'm going to
doing.
out quad everybody.
Yeah.
But you can do that with a booty.
You can.
You can. Okay.
Actually, I think people have been docked for it
So
too.
if you get out there and you're like scratching your beer belly, but you get out there and it's like, boom,
Glutes.
perfect booty.
Yep.
It's like, woohoo, give her is it a medal that you're, a cup?
Cup. It depends.
trophy?
I want a piece of cardboard. That's all I want right now. Even if it's a sticky note, I'm happy with that.
What's the cardboard
on
say?
this?
It's
Is it a
your
milk carton?
IFBB Pro card.
Oh, the
Okay.
I've been
Pro
going after
card.
it for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
The Holy Grail. It
is.
The elusive pro card.
I lost it by one spot like
Are
this
you
last year.
kidding me?
Yeah.
And then
For like,
again.
I know, 5, 6 shows.
Do you have the names of any of these judges?
Yeah.
Yes. there's-
Because we have the power of the internet. at
Yes,
our
we do.
disposal.
Let's
Yeah.
go after it.
Public.
No, they're
Yeah.
they're actually
Laura Lee, you
cool.
may not know this, but a dozen people watch this podcast at least.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh.
Hi, Mandy.
Yeah, exactly. Mandy's not
No.
watching.
Oh.
No way
Mandy
Mandy's
doesn't
watching
watching, but
this.
doesn't watch.
No.
It's like, no, it's
No,
just,
we get enough of this.
it's
in real
mostly
life.
me and Kathy watching over and over.
Yeah.
And like Scott watches sometimes.
We gotta get our
because
numbers
we
up,
pay him.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, of those dozen people, somebody could probably find one of these judges for you. So,
Yeah. There we go. Put a good word in for me.
yeah. Okay. Well, so here's a question. All right. One of the concerns I think that people have whenever it comes to bodybuilding is issues with like body image, right?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
you are a mother of 3 daughters.
Yep.
And so does that ever become a concern to you? Do you have conversations with them? Like, how do you approach that with them?
Absolutely. No, with girls especially, I feel like I've been very careful with my verbiage. I'm sure some things have slipped that I have gone back and I have talked to them about.
Sure.
They know exactly what I'm getting signed up for. When I talk about the macronutrients and I have to say my macros, I do talk about why I need each specific macronutrient
Right.
Mhm.
and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right then.
Okay.
So it's not all using derogatory words about myself.
Right.
I'm
Sure.
trying to inform them of why I'm doing this, why
Mhm.
I'm trying to make these macros fit, and kind of like the process of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the words that you think matter? Like when you're being careful with your words, like what are the words
I'm
that,
trying to avoid.
Yeah.
that maybe that you're trying to avoid, or what are the words that you're trying to even use that you think are helpful to your girls in terms of keeping
Yeah,
this
this
in
is a
good
hard-
perspective?
Girls, it's hard because I have competitive girls. I have
Mhm.
athletes for girls. So one word I do try to avoid is the word fat. I don't
Okay.
like
Yeah.
to say that.
Mhm.
I like to just say I'm trying to bulk.
Yeah.
I'm trying-
Okay.
I have to put on more. I have to put on more weight just to get more muscle because that's just
Mhm.
the process of it. If you want
Okay.
to get more muscle, you have to do that. So
Mhm.
I do try to deter from almost like negative self-talk. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't even. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more things that I kind of steer clear from or what I say.
Mhm.
I talk about cardio a lot and getting my
Mhm.
steps in. Steps is a big one. I just say we got to move. Like depends on how you want to move versus
Yeah.
me moving. But I talk about the protein and why you need protein for your muscles, carbs for energy, fats for like I try to simplify it for the kids.
Mhm.
Fats for your hormones and keeping that body in check and making sure you have all of that
Cool.
spot done.
And I think that's really good because, like there's this term body positive, right?
Yeah.
And when people say body positive, like what's the first thing that they tend to think about? Oh, fat. Like, oh, that's somebody who's fat,
Right.
right? Because we just use a nice term to say somebody who's overweight.
Yes.
And like we get there because and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the term body positive.
Right.
It's a positive
Right.
term. But the thing is that it's like there's a thing that we automatically think whenever we hear certain terms.
Yep.
What I like about what you're talking about though is that you're using things like talking about being active, talking about building muscle, and there's no downside to
No.
that, right? Those are like real things. Like one of the things that determines how long you're going to live as a human being is how much muscle mass you have, right?
Bone
You start
density.
losing muscle mass,
Yes.
you're going to die
Mhm.
younger.
Yep.
It's a fact, right? So if you have more muscle, that's a good thing. And so And so I like that you do that because it's not just about how you look, even though you're in a sport where that's what they care about is how you look.
Yeah.
But I think that you're teaching your girls, like, here's how you be healthy.
Yep.
And so that's a big deal. And they are great kids.
They are.
Yeah, I like your approach too, because you're kind of one of those people that's yes and.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you're we can do that. And
yes,
we have to do this other thing too.
Yes.
And so I think that's what I've always liked about your philosophy when it goes forward working with clients.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yes, you can have the ice cream.
You can have it. And actually with my kids, if they want a treat, like my little Reese that is 12 years old, she's
like one of your star gymnasts. You got a couple star gymnasts.
I have 2 gymnasts that but actually there was a great conversation last night about her. But with her, she wants to have treats all the time because she's 12.
Yeah.
Of course she is. She's like, can I have goldfish or whatever? Right. And I look at her and I say, absolutely you can. Go drink some water, have some protein first, and then go have some goldfish. And there was one time she came up to me and she's like, yeah, I don't want it anymore. I'm good. And I'm like, see, you like filled up. I don't care if you go have a goldfish. Go have it. But let's fill up on the better things first. And then you can have a treat afterwards. I don't care about that.
That's such a great strategy. Yeah.
Well, and so you talked about how your big nemesis right now is getting that piece of cardboard, the pro card.
Please,
but
this year,
when we talked about you coming on here, you said that one of the things you really wanted to talk about was like the real trophy, the biggest prize, the biggest prize for everyone. It's a bigger deal than the pro card, it's not like the game that comes at the end of this. That's coming.
Yes.
But like, what's the biggest prize that you feel like you've gotten? And it came from one of your daughters, right?
It's my kid. Like, it's how my girls have, like, it's taken me years for them to actually finally listen to the things I have to say. Like, so my second, Kate, hello, Kate. She told me, what is it, the other month? She looked at me and she's like, I didn't know what kind of asset you were to me. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, thanks, kiddo.
You're the secret weapon.
Is that how she said it?
That's exactly how
Mom,
she said
you're
it.
an asset.
Asset, yes. So she said that.
Gone 2 ways.
I know, right?
I know.
I'm like,
yeah, right. Or like I'm thinking she's in the CIA. My mom's just an asset.
And then even last night, so Addie, I don't think you. So you know my kid Addie. So she
I saw her do the hurdles last night.
You were cheering her
She's a killer. Oh yeah.
Well, okay, there's a story behind that. So last year she was like 2 seconds slower on her hurdles or 100 hurdles. All year, she actually listened to me. She did. I know. Shocker, right? She did. She did her
Can you bottle and sell that?
Dude, she tried.
I can make your kids listen.
No. She actually tried to tell Reese last night this. And she looked at me. She's like, this is so frustrating. I'm like, welcome to parenthood. You're going to get a taste of it now.
Yes.
But she told me, because she like cut 2 seconds off in a year. And I was like, how did you do that? Because not that I didn't think she could. I just knew her as my gymnast. That's what she did.
Yeah.
She's like, I started listening to you by eating protein, like trying to eat better foods, not really eliminating sugar, but kind of watching it a little bit. She upped her water intake. She worried about her sleep. She started taking creatine. She lifted the whole year.
Yeah.
Cut 2 seconds off, which is huge for hurdles. She's now 5th in the state.
Yeah. Just to jump in here, she destroyed everybody at the track meet. 300-meter hurdles. And
I didn't know anyone else was racing against her when you sent me that. I'm like,
I sent you the video. You can't see other kids in the video. She cooked them. No, I'm so sorry. To other parents who had kids in this race, but you saw what I saw, right? And so she cleared all these hurdles. She gets to the end and she put everything into it too. Did. It's not like she was even kicking back. You can tell that kids have been working really hard.
So I think that's another part is she wanted it.
Yes.
You can tell someone all you want what to do. They have got to want it. So that's what she tried. That's what she kind of saw last night with Reese is I was like, Reese, we got to get some kind of protein in you. You just did gymnastics. We can't, you're leaving your gains on the table. Stop it.
Oh, I like that.
And then Addie jumped in and she was trying to tell Reese and I was like, you tell me what you like and I'll buy it. Yeah. And then we finally got her to eat half a protein bar, but it's better than nothing.
Hey, it is.
And but I loved Addie when she was, she was preaching. I was like, can you come and talk to my clients for me too?
Yes.
Come with me, girl.
Yes.
But
get her on the payroll.
Or earn her keep.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
Well, let me jump in real quick. I'm going to do a mid-show call to action here. So if you're loving this episode, take a second, just like hit that
Tap
follow
it.
button. Yes, just tap it, tap in,
Tap
right?
it home.
Share it with somebody who really needs to hear this talk. Like I'm sure you know some moms that could benefit from what Laura Lee is saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so really great stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Should we have her like squash a few more myths real quick?
Yeah.
And then I think that we're probably getting pretty close to this game. Don't look at my screen and try and cheat.
I know I
Cheater?
am. I know.
Cheater.
I
Okay.
don't like surprises.
All right. Well, here we go. Kathy, what do you got for her?
Kathy, what do you have?
The myths.
The myths.
Yeah, or any tips for busy moms, anything like that.
I have a question more about do I need to take creatine to build muscle?
You don't have to. No,
Okay.
you don't have to at all. But it will help a lot.
You've already got creatine in your body,
Yeah.
right?
Do I need extra?
Yeah, it's in there. It can help, right?
Yeah, monohydrate though. That's the most studies
The
done.
monohydrate.
Monohydrate.
creatine. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
Well, and a lot of the studies show that it's not just good for muscle building.
cognitive.
Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the hugest thing right now.
It's
Okay.
a big, it's big right now.
Yes, it's not just for people that want to build muscle. It's for people that want to avoid things like dementia.
Yep.
You want to reduce your caffeine intake,
Mhm.
and because you need a little like mental stimulation, creatine's good stuff.
Adverse effects, are there digestive issues?
Some people do. Well, this is the best part is I got an email from someone saying I gained 5 pounds or the scale went up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it does hold water in
Yeah.
your muscle. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's not anywhere else. Cause I'm like, are your clothes still fitting? That's another thing
That's how
I
the
asked.
muscles get big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, are your clothes fitting the same? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so then if they're fitting the same, but you like the water, it's in your muscles. Like that's
Yeah.
exactly where you want it.
Mhm.
Who cares
don't-
what the scale says?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you weighed 1,000 pounds, but
Mhm.
you looked like a Greek god,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to complain?
No.
No, because you
I
get to
would
eat
love that.
gyros and like the stuffed grape leaves and stuff. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Love Greek food. I'm hungry.
I'm actually hungry too.
Okay. Yeah, let's go get some shawarma after this. It's my Avengers moment. Okay. Okay, if you had 10 minutes and one dumbbell, what are you doing with it?
I like this one. Okay, I am doing the most bang for my buck. I am doing probably if one dumbbell, so a single one or two.
One dumbbell.
Okay.
Of any weight.
Of any.
I'll let
whoa.
you pick the weight.
Okay, I'm going to be doing heavyweight. I will
Okay.
do one-legged things though.
Mhm.
Then I can do some upper body with it too. So I'm
Okay.
doing like unilateral things, either Bulgarian split squats, which I wish death
I
on
think
those.
that now we
I
have
wish-
to call them American split squats.
Let's call
because of
them-
the current political climate.
Mhm.
There's no Gulf of Mexico anymore,
No.
so they have to be American.
American split squats.
Patriot split squats.
Patriot. Bald eagle. Bald eagle. Split squat.
Right? I can't do the screech.
No. My ears.
Yeah. I'm sorry about your
That face
microphone,
is the
Scott.
best,
I think I broke it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So I'm doing that, or I'm doing a step. I call them step downs because I want a
Mhm.
slower movement on the way down because that's more time under tension. It's eccentric movement, negative.
Love
yeah.
it.
I don't need to be preaching, but
This is how I get the Zoolander blue steel quads.
absolutely. Yes.
100%.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I'd be doing that, or I'd be doing like one-legged hip thrust. I would be doing an overhead press with both hands on it, rows. I'd be doing
hmm
a lot of big movements with a
Mhm.
heavy dumbbell,
Mhm.
mostly unilateral.
So what I'm hearing is you don't need a lot of equipment.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
You
Oh.
don't.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. I like that. Thank you. Like it's a great way to get started, and I think that that's the challenge: is people want to know how do I get started.
Mhm.
Legs is a great one too because
Yeah.
it's a lot of bulk. Get more muscle, you burn more.
So, tell me this because I think that we're running close on time. If people are interested in working with you, is that possible?
Absolutely.
Like, how does somebody get in
Mm.
touch with you? Like, what would it take?
Yes, they can contact me. I have my website hooked up to where it goes to my email, or they can email me,
Mhm.
send me anything, a text message if you want to
Well, and we'll
Just
put
get
all this
connected.
stuff in
Yeah.
the show notes and stuff
Yeah,
so that people
cool.
can go to the show
contact me
notes
through it. Yeah.
only after they subscribe.
You have
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and get this information. But do you work with people remotely, or do they
Yes.
have to be in Corvallis with you?
I do 3 options. So I do
Okay.
in person, I do a hybrid, and I can do remote. So I have an app
Okay.
where everything is on there. I have
You have an app.
There's an app for it.
Oh
There's
an app
my
for that.
gosh!
so I do everything through it.
Guys,
so they do
we're interviewing Steve Jobs here.
Guys,
No.
I am down with it. I am so hip. No, but
Okay.
they have like check-ins there. I do video recordings back to them because
okay.
I feel like if you get a text from me, it always sounds mean. And I don't mean it sound mean. So I like
More
that.
protein. What's
Yeah.
wrong
What are
with
you doing? No, but it's more of like, I just want them to hear my voice and like know that life happens. Like it's fine. Just let's move on.
Yep.
But we have check-ins. I have workouts on there. I have guidelines for that personal journey for their nutrition because some people don't want to do what I do, and that's totally fine. Like I just want to make it work for them and how their lives are because I'm a little crazy and I get it.
Okay, so some people are like actually trying to get the app right now. I can see you.
Yeah.
Yes. What are they searching for if they want the app?
Levvel Fitness, but you have to have a login and you have to go through me first.
Okay.
So
and Levvel is spelled weird.
yeah, it is because okay, so this is the Norwegian word for live well. So my husband, long story, his mom came from Norway and Levvel, Levvel.
Okay.
So
it's kind of like level up.
level up with Levvel.
Oh,
2 V's.
that's, yes,
Yes.
tagline. Okay.
There you go.
I like it. All
Yes.
right.
So yeah, Levvel.
Levvel.
Level with Levvel.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
Level up with
And
Levvel.
you have any like socials that you want to put out there? Like you can mention, we're going to put them in the show notes and everything, but
just Levvel Fitness is I think the biggest one.
Okay.
I have my one that I compete with.
Okay.
If you want to follow my competing, I do that different just because I feel like just a different world.
Separate.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's on the gram.
That's on the gram.
On
Like
the gram.
I think it's
Okay.
lauralee.fitness. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
You should figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should. I'm not on that one a lot. I'm on the other ones a lot.
Well, should we get to the game?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go.
Okay, cringe.
Yeah. You're cheating. You are. Okay, I'm going to move this
I'm
over
the
here.
worst.
All right. So we know that you said that if you had like one kind of weight that you could lift, it would be a heavy weight.
Yes.
So this game is called Heavy Cringe. Okay. Now I'm going to explain to you how the game is played, and the prize for this game, if you win this game, like maybe we'll give a subscriber a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, give him a T-shirt.
It was probably just gonna be a blank Haynes T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a
But
T-shirt.
we
It's a
don't have-
T-shirt,
And it's
right?
up for
have swag.
grabs.
Yeah,
so
right. And it might be the first one that they're like ripping off on stage because
Yeah.
that's part of the competitions, right? Okay. Anyway, so this game's called Heavy Cringe. So you're going to fill in the blank of these cringy gym sayings.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
That are found on shirts, bumper stickers, or social media posts.
Okay.
And these are 100% real. I went searching for these.
Oh,
Oh my
okay, yes.
goodness.
All
Okay.
these can
I get
be
to fill
found
it in.
online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
So, number one, you ready?
Uh-huh. I can't do it. Hold
You
on.
make my
Yeah.
knees weak. Just kidding. Yesterday was blank.
Was leg day?
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Good
All right.
job.
Yes.
All right. Number two, my favorite machine at the gym is the
No, hold on.
the
My favorite-
Cardinal 100.
My favorite machine at the gym is the relax. I don't know what it would be. The weight.
It's something like on a bumper sticker or a T-shirt or something like that. Think about that.
Is,
This is somebody probably trying to be witty.
Yeah.
it's a
my
squat
favorite-
rack. Squat.
Incorrect. That's
Glute.
the television. You're looking
Oh,
for television.
dang
All right, here we
it.
go.
That's
Number
really
three.
hard.
I was
to get.
getting really.
That's a hard
It's my workout. I can blank if I want to.
I can swear if I want to.
Good one. I love that.
Grunt.
I can cry if
Oh.
I want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. Number four, hustle for that
Muscle.
blank. Hey, there we go.
Hey-o.
All right. Number five, sweat is your fat blank.
I'm crying.
Crying
I've
is
seen this
correct.
one.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number
Not the-
six.
Some of the
I haven't
TV
seen that one.
Number six, if you don't want to, erase that. I don't want to look blank. I want to look like I could kick your butt.
I don't want to look. I don't know. I don't want to look weak.
I don't want to look skinny. I want to look like I
same.
could kick your butt. Right.
Yep.
I get accused of looking skinny all the time. All right. Number seven, life is short. Lift blank things.
Heavy.
There we go.
Yes.
Good. Number eight, the only BS I need in my life is breakfast and
Bulgarian split squats. I thought the yes. Hold on.
yes, we
Yes.
will accept that.
We will
Squats.
accept it.
Breakfast
Okay.
and I don't even know what
Yeah,
was that one.
It's squats. Breakfast
Oh.
and squats. Number nine, the guy on the blank next to me didn't know we were racing.
Oh, the
I
treadmill.
won. Yes,
Yeah.
very
Oh,
good.
there's always a race.
All right.
Always.
And the final one, work hard and blank, let your success be the noise.
Wait, blank, work
Work
hard
hard in
and let
blank.
Blank.
Work hard in blank.
Sweat.
Work hard. Let me talk.
Okay.
Work hard in blank. Let your success be the noise.
Hard in life?
Sure.
Close, but
Do you
absolutely
know?
incorrect.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the
it's-
answers.
Oh, that's why.
And this is like a very coachy thing, right?
Yeah.
We've done a lot of
It is.
coaching.
And work hard in life and let.
I'll give you a clue. Work hard in
Oh, crap. Mind, mental.
silence.
Silence.
Oh.
Silence. No. Work
I'm
hard
never
in
silenced. I
You did
don't
pretty
work
good.
in silence. I have 4 kids.
Let your success be the noise. Okay. Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So fun.
I love
think
hanging
that
with
you
you
said
guys.
some really important things
Yeah.
that hopefully will change some people's lives. And,
Mhm.
you know, I actually mean that. Sometimes people's like moment of when they decide to do something is they hear somebody like you sharing their story and they're like, man, I could do that. They see themselves in you. And then like years later, they're on some worse podcast than this one. And they're
Good
sharing
luck
their
to
story.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much for
Yeah.
joining us today. Kathy, you got anything else that you want to say or?
Like Jason said, I think that people are going to listen to this podcast and they're going to say, hey, I know somebody who needs to hear this message. And so I think your message is always well received.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
thanks.
it's always good to have you.
Oh, I love you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes, thank you, and thanks to your kids. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode. I think that we already told them to subscribe. I don't know if there's any of you left that need to
Please.
subscribe
Yeah.
because you probably all subscribed by now, right?
Yes.
But no, this is the Pitch Podcast. Join us every week, and also let us know, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear about? Leave a comment. We love your suggestions. We want to make shows that you want to watch. And so that's going to do it for us today. And I think that there's just one more thing to say, and that is that there is no I in pitch.